Hello there viewers, this is Opaque Flake and I got Goku here and welcome back to another installment of Let's Play Mega Man Battle Network 2.
There's so many blinking lights.
Oh god, seizures. I'm sorry viewers, I'm sorry. Pixelation, blinking lights.
For a second there I thought it was just my video player.
Oh. Well, are you curious why there's so many servers in here, Siren?
No, I can figure it out.
Okay, well, I'll just leave it at that. So now we have to jack in because we can't go further up on the elevator. So, well, what's going on?
You go anywhere from 30. What the hell?
Yeah, basically we're in a huge ass tower, and since we're connected inside the tower, we can actually go access any of the tower's floors. So this is the final catacomb, dungeon, net lair, lair in general. I'm still trying to figure out what we're gonna call it. I'm gonna call it from the future, but I actually like the music, so let's just be quiet for a bit and appreciate it. Okay, ruin it.
Well, thanks a lot, random battle.
I know, it's like it was good. This was gonna be the best part, but whatever. The final dungeon is actually a play on the intro to the title screen. So it's I
thought I understood. I thought I recognized that.
So yeah, for those who want to compare it, there you go. So here we are fighting Spiky 3. This is the part where, like I said, I'm still gonna show a good balance of random battles and no random battles. But we're gonna. I'm pretty sure you're wondering what the portals being electrocuted and all that stuff. That's the gimmick. We got EL-bit 082. The gimmick here isn't. It's rather annoying, but isn't that bad.
Is it? Well, it can't be. It can't be any worse than. I'm assuming you've been watching Logic's final stuff of Grace's F.
I don't remember, but look, I fucked up.
With in the final extra dungeon, where like every time you went on a different floor, you had like different status ailments.
It's not that annoying. I thought that was kind of cool.
I mean, it's interesting, but I can see why it would be annoying. But I mean, is it like that, where like when you step on different panels, you get like paralyzed or something weird like that?
No, it's more tedious than anything. Anyways, for those who are curious, that chip I just used, Punisher, it's a counter chip essentially, and whoever hits it gets hit back or punished by 200 damage. And I hit it, and since I hit it, I took the 200 damage, but I also had my one free hit bubble on, so I didn't take damage. So I got lucky there, since I fucked up. So here's the gimmick. When you fix a portal, you can actually normally face through other portals and continue on with the dungeon, because you have to climb 30 towers. It's not really 30 towers, people. It's just most likely from 1 to 15 to 20 to 25 and so forth. So when we go into a broken one, we actually get transported to a broken part of the net that's been distorted through the radiation. And to fix it, we need a proper EL-bit to fix that teleportation device.
Teleportation, yeah.
Or yeah, like data transfer device, whatever. And again, I fucked up with Punisher, so now I got punished with 200 damage, or 300 damage.
Well, that's what roll is for. Assuming you have roll, which you do not.
Well, she didn't get loaded, but yeah, I think I did 300 damage and 200. I'm not sure yet. I wasn't really paying attention to my health.
If you were to have held up your shield, would that have lessened the damage at all?
Well, it could have essentially negated the damage. However, when Punisher activates, it pauses the whole screen so it can show the animation, and then you get hit. You can't block it.
Okay.
However, the first time I did it, when I fucked up, I had my original Aqua Shield on, so I didn't get hurt. Anyways, showing off that once you enter this, you can only go into the fucked up area until you fix it. And you can see that little orb thingy right here. It's really simple because they're telling you how to fix it so you can advance. So now that we got EL-bit 232, we can actually just fix it, and then we can progress normally.
Right.
So it's not all that bad. It's just tedious because essentially this whole final area is just you going, okay, you got to go here, here, and here. Gotta go here, fix this. Go here and fix this, and that's about it. Oh, so I got Shadow Man. I actually fought him.
Sweet.
So we can actually show it off.
Out of curiosity, I know you said you've only... I mean, well, you played this Battle Network before.
Yes.
How many other Battle Network games besides this one have you actually played?
Oh, 1, 2, and 3, but I didn't finish 4. I was about halfway in with 4.
Okay. And you never tried the Star Force games? Okay.
No. I kind of do plan to finish this, though. Well, not finish, but like I want to play the rest of the series.
Well, which one, out of the ones you've played so far, which one do you like the best?
So far? I'm gonna be biased that I like 2 the most because of the boss net. This was my first one, and also it was my favorite one because of the evil net navies or robot masters, whatever.
Right.
But I think the best one is actually 4 because of how it's more. What's the word? It has a better finesse to it.
Okay.
But look, that's Rush. Pop up. Well, in the cartoon they call him Rush. Here it's an actual chip. But essentially what it is...
Oh, I remember this thing.
Yeah. When you...
In network transmission, this chip is the most overpowered chip in the entire goddamn game.
Yeah, it gives you like a nice invincibility for him, and only swords can...
it basically maxes out your attack power, where every hit does 999 damage for like a set number of turns. It's really broken.
Damn, that does nothing here. That shit sounds awesome.
I mean, I've only seen it in other Let's Plays, but I never actually finished. But I know that in network transmission, and like I don't think you can get the pop-up chip in network transmission until after you've beaten the game. I think it's a New Game Plus chip because of how game-breaking it is.
That shit does sound brutal. So there's Nightman. I also got pop-up in the Undernet for those who are curious. I also fought Shadow Man in the Undernet.
Is pop-up land actual dog, or is it just a dog?
It's just a normal enemy here, but in NT Warrior, the cartoon, it's Rush, and it's
yeah. I mean, is he technically considered Rush in the games as well, or is it just a chip?
If you want to be technical, no, but only in the cartoon.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's Roll's dog, not Mega Man's.
I understand them making a Rush type character in the cartoons.
Yeah, because it's actually Roll's dog. And since Mega Man dies in the cartoon, they use Rush to sniff out his remaining particles.
Oh, so they still go off of the Battle Network 1 timeline?
Well, that's the first season. Second season, they follow this one.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But there's Quickman.
So it's kind of like So it's kind of like the Kirby anime, where the first season is about
the first game.
The first season's about Kirby's adventure, and then the second season's about Kirby's Dream Land 2.
Yeah, I didn't really see that, but I would assume so.
At least I think it is. No. They haven't made a second season. I'm hoping they make a second season that's about Kirby's Dream Land 2, because that's my favorite Kirby game in the franchise.
I couldn't follow Kirby the cartoon because I just hate that.
I didn't watch the cartoon either because it was dubbed by 4Kids, and
It's not even that. I just don't like that. The fact that they use that kind of CG.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I can understand that.
that I hate those kind of cartoons. It's just it bugs. I love frame by frame 2D animation, but that no, stop it.
So you don't like shows like Reboot?
That's the only exception I have, but that's because it didn't look nothing like Jimmy Neutron or anything like that.
I actually hated that show.
I don't blame you.
Only because of the art style, because it just it confused me. I'm like, why do we have like 3D animation that it's so poorly done? It's like, ugh.
That's when 3D animation was becoming. That was still relatively new. Like
yeah, that was. I mean, that's why I can cut it some slack. It's like right when 3D cartoons first came out, and then they kind of stopped doing it, probably because they realized 3D cartoons are really fucking hard to animate.
Well, it was expensive back then, not to mention the only time you would see 3D like that was in movies, and even then they would still use animatronics to help make it a little bit more lifelike, hence Terminator and kind of Jurassic Park. But for the most part, cartoons, it didn't look so nice. it started becoming a thing in the US with Jimmy Neutron, which I think fucked everything up for cartoons, but whatever. Because it was cheaper back then, not with Jimmy Neutron. Also, you get some weird CG animation like Raven Renegade Angel that was on Adult Swim. I don't know if any of you remember that, but that shit was fucking weird.
I vaguely remember it.
It's kind of like Super Jail.
Oh god.
But without the killing and it just being weird. Or odd. But whatever. Anyways, more Mega Man stuff, because...
Yeah, well, you didn't have much else to say. You're just kind of running through a dungeon here.
Well, I got more to say. Yeah, but I got more to say.
Dragon.
It's heat. It's Magma Dragoon. What are you talking about?
But he's not using Hadoukens.
Or Shoryukens. Or he doesn't even have the Akuma beads. Or the monk beads. That's essentially what they are.
It's not Akuma. It's clearly Ryu.
No, I mean, the beads that Magma Dragoon had were like Akumas. But the beads that Akuma wears are monk beads. To repel, you know.
Did he have beads? I don't remember. I'd have to play Mega Man X4 again.
Yeah, he had beads.
I mean, I've played X4 a lot. It's probably my favorite X game, but I don't remember him having beads. I could be wrong.
I clearly remember because I thought that was the shit to me. Like, that's so cool. They actually made a boss where you fight someone.
He was clearly the Street Fighter character. They did that on purpose.
Yeah, which is why I thought he was like one of the coolest Mavericks in the game to me. Because motherfucker did Hadoukens, Shoryukens, and he had a trope to the bee thing.
Yeah.
Also, that's the only time I show off where I run away.
You know, they did finally let you use a Hurricane Kick in Mega Man X. Not until Mega Man X8, though.
Damn!
Only Zero could do it.
What the fuck? That's not worth it.
Well, he has an item. You get an item called the Zero Knuckle, which lets him do like combos, like the Shoryuken. Like X can do the Shoryuken again, but Zero Knuckle lets him do like fighter combos, and one of the combos you can do is Hurricane Kick.
Interesting.
And it rapes things massively.
You know,
that's the only explanation I can think of as to them not putting Hurricane Kick in X3 is because
sprites.
Well, the sprite limitation, and it would probably be way overpowered. I mean, sure, the Shoryuken and the Hadouken can do one-hit kills, but there is a possibility that the enemies could dodge those. With a Hurricane Kick, how are they going to dodge that?
Yeah. Anyhow, same gimmick as always. It got a little bit bigger, but you gotta get the proper L bit so you can fix it. And to go on another tangent, I guess, I've been playing Ys Memories of Selecta on my PS Vita, which I should unplug right now because it's done charging. And I don't want to fuck its battery life. Yes, people, if you leave your device plugged in long enough, it fucks with your battery's battery life. So don't overcharge.
My brother found that out the hard way when he overcharged his laptop battery.
Well, there you go. Anyhow, the battle systems is refined now for, you know, higher updated graphics and all that stuff. But it kind of made me wonder, since I'm kind of playing Mega Man as well, if they took the Z fighting system and gave it that Ys feel, it would kind of be like a cross between Mega Man Legends and Mega Man Zero, and I could see that happening in a 3D environment. So I was like wondering...
Yeah, I can kind of see that too. It would kind of be like what Mega Man Universe was trying to be.
Yeah, I suppose, now that I think about it. So I was kind of wondering, like, since Mega Man Legends did it really well, and Zero was nice as a nice 2D action platformer, which is what Mighty Number 9 is kind of being.
Mighty Number 9 looks more akin to, like, say, just classic Mega Man in general.
Well, it's more action is what I'm saying. It's like there's a lot more shooting, like Gunstars.
Right.
But with some platform. But kind of trying to envision Mega Man being something more than what it is now. Of course, that's not going to happen anymore.
Mega Man
but
Zero
yeah,
was a Metroidvania.
It was barely a Metroidvania. Well, the first one, anyways.
The first one was actually the most Metroidvania of all of them.
I would consider that, to be honest.
Because, well, if you were to play 0, 2, 3, and 4, it's a lot more linear. like they actually have the traditional like boss selection thing. Then when you choose a boss, they just transfer you to the boss stage. You don't have to actually go to said boss stage.
Honestly, I didn't see 0-1 as Metroidvania. For those who are curious why I'm talking about 0-1, is because I streamed it earlier.
You're right. I'm sorry. 0-1 wasn't Metroidvania. It just felt kind of... It felt that way because you could actually backtrack to other stages after you've already beaten them.
And that wasn't even saying much, because...
No, the Metroidvania Mega Man games are Mega Man ZX.
I haven't played that, so I can't say.
No, those are definitely Metroidvanias. You just have a wide open map, and you just kind of walk to where the next area is.
I really can't say about that. So we're almost done with this part of the dungeon, which is great, because, goddamn, it's really fucking boring, right? You think it'd be a lot more...
It's not that it's boring, it's just we don't have anything to talk about. You're just kind of walking in a hallway.
I could talk about stuff relative to this and what to do and what your strategy could be and all that stuff, but for the most part it's not that creative.
At least it's not as bad as Final Fantasy 13. Oh, I'm sorry.
Who are you apologizing to?
People that actually like Final Fantasy 13.
Okay. I don't think it's that bad, but that's just me.
No. I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm just saying that there's not really a map when all you're doing is walking in a straight line.
The map comes in way later in the game, which they actually implement in 13.2. But
okay.
You can't go by what people say. You got to play the game yourself at some point. But for some people,
I've seen gameplay footage of it. They're not exaggerating when they say it's extremely linear.
Yeah, they're not.
For a Final Fantasy game, there's nothing wrong with linearity in RPGs, but when it comes into a franchise like Final Fantasy, it just feels weird. That's all.
I suppose. Basically in this dungeon, lair, whatever, this contraption, this device that has imprisoned us to advance, actually did this much more swimmingly than I thought it would be, because, like I said earlier, I have a better spot memorizing where I have been and where I haven't been. So yay to that. Also, we got our second to last upgrade. I don't think I get the final upgrade, which makes us level 100, but whatever. So that's why I know
you need all the upgrades.
You don't, but to say the least, I actually remember what is what, or where is where, because I have a better keen memory of saying, oh, I've been to this spot, or I haven't been to this spot, even without a map. But it's not as... I don't think that's impressive, because I don't think this place is that confusing. But we actually are at the very beginning now. So we can actually get this... Well, not very beginning, but... Green specifies kind of the proper way to go, whereas purple is more of the corrupted way. For those who have caught on to that. Yeah, this dungeon doesn't seem too confusing. I thought it would be more confusing than it is. It's only confusing
I've been saying that about like every other dungeon in this game. Wow.
It's only confusing if you're bad at memorizing stuff, or I only say that if you want to catch all the items. Yeah, true. I mean, it's your standard dungeon crawler where it's just like, I just thought like I wouldn't say dungeon crawler. I have memories of these games being more difficult than they ended up being. That's all. As they're not that bad. Anyhow, no, and like it's a Mega Man game. They're usually not that hard. So I probably just wasn't trying very hard when I played them. Or you were just uninterested. That too. I wouldn't say you had a prejudice, but I could be wrong. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. No, I wouldn't say prejudice. Like, it's not like I just look at it and go, oh, it's not Mega Man. It's not traditional Mega Man, so I hate it. No. If that were the case, I would have never played Mega Man X. No, I meant like, oh, this is just like Pokemon or Digimon and all that stuff. That's what I meant. I will agree. I will admit that I did have that mentality. I blame that on the Anniversary Collection. Because in the GameCube Anniversary Collection, you actually have like this interview with Keiji Inafune and a bunch of other developers from like a G4 interview back when G4 existed. Oh look, we're done. So you're gonna have to probably cut that off because look. Well, good thing I stopped. Yeah, so like, look, it's... Oh, hi. Oh, hey, it's Airman. Holy shit, where have you been? It's the original 3 bosses. Yay! Even though Cutman barely counts as a boss.
Well, actually, it would have. What would have made this amazing is if, like, you had Cutman from 1, Quickman's from 2. They should have put someone from Mega Man 3 in there.
Shadow Man?
Maybe, but you already fought Shadow Man.
Well,
you also already fought Magnet Man too.
Well, what I'm trying to say is that the first 3 bosses we fight in order is Airman, then Quickman, then Cutman. However, Cutman wasn't really a boss. He was kind of Shadow Man's underling since he was the main boss.
Okay.
But anyways...
Wow, Airman is trolling you right now.
Oh, we're fighting Airman version 1, which is... These are all clones, as you have remember when Proto Man was fighting them, but for the most part is...
Well, I meant by the fact that, like, you tried to shoot him and then he'd, like, do that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Stop teleporting.
Well, I'd rather have him teleport, you know, makes it harder. But now he's just fucked because of Guts, man.
I know you like things to be...
Challenging,
but I'm not saying it was a challenge, it's just... For me, I'm looking at them like, wow, that's getting kind of irritating. Like, by the time you finally shoot, he just moves down or up, and you just waste your shot. Kind of sucks when that happens.
Well, that's what I mean. It's more challenging because it's like you fucked up because you didn't time it right. It sucks for you.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is the closest we're gonna get to fighting the robot masters before Wily. You actually fight the 3 original first bosses you fight.
All right.
In order, so. If you
and
suck...
Quickman's not being nearly as cheap as he was the first time you were fighting him.
Yeah, right here I'm just taking his hits. So that's why I'm just shooting the button. Like, I really don't give a fuck. Just do your thing and I'm gonna kill you.
Of course, you also have your Guts form, which just murders everything, so...
Yeah. He also dodges your flamethrower, but... I just felt like, you know what, I'm just gonna heal and kill him. Now we're gonna fight Cutman, the hardest of them all, because he has more HP and that's about it.
And he's got a rock.
For anyone who cares what the fuck happened, I actually had a chip there that if it blows in a 9 in a radius form, anything around it to whatever you hit, and since I hit the rock, Cutman is gonna get hit. So yeah, he's really easy because every time he's gonna cut you like this, and he flinches with the heat gut style. So
because he's weak to fire, so
he's not weak to fire. He's just a charge blast makes him flinch. It's kind of like a defense mechanism, not defense mechanism, but invincibility frames.
Yeah.
Same thing like Mega Man. When you hit them with the weakness, they, you know.
Yeah, they get stunned and starts their pattern over again. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. But here it's more like, ow, that did a lot of damage. What the fuck?
Yeah. Ow, quit it.
But look, we actually fixed the program, and now we can actually advance further in the elevator. Yay! Right. We can actually log out here now. I never realized this till I show you right now in the rooms, and I don't think I even bothered to check my first playthrough. But let's say you activate a certain, you fix a certain radiation path, you actually can advance further up in the elevator and jack in there, so you don't have to make it seem like such a gauntlet. Because I never jacked out when I was exploring this whole place because I actually healed in between battles or during the battle. But basically, you jack into a higher control room panel. That's all there is to it. And as you can see, I actually missed one item there, and it wasn't that important.
Unless you have OCD and you need to collect everything, damn it.
Yeah. But honestly, I knew what was in there. It was a stupid chip.
So that guy.
He has no mouth either, so he has no mouth and he must laugh maniacally.
He also has rainbow hair.
Yeah. So we advanced to the 30th floor, and what the fuck? Radiation levels getting even stronger. So it's actually getting much more lethal for Lance since he's getting closer and closer to the source of the radiation.
So is that guy Gospel?
He's the leader of Gospel, yes.
But is his name Gospel?
No.
Okay.
That would be kind of weird, though.
I don't know, sometimes the main villain has an ego enough to name his evil organization after himself.
The radiation was too much for Lan. He fainted. Game over.
Well, shit. Poor Lan.
Also, quick little fact. The cartoon calls Gospel grave for religious purposes, I guess.
Of course.
But anyways, with that, we're done. we can actually jack in and destroy that so we can go into the next room. But me and Saigoku are out for the finale. Later, guys.
See ya.